We are live. CNC number 44.
Hi.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
How's it going? Got some water there?
I
Sipping
do.
on some H2O?
Yeah. So no coffee tonight.
Me neither. Yeah.
I did drink Bigfoot coffee though this morning, and it was pretty good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
Very
that's
good.
what I had today.
You talked about those beans last week, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Just working through them.
I'm also still drinking that Pete's. It was funny. Rob Stone messaged the Carpets and Coffee folks, and he was at like a Pete's, I guess, which was somewhat new in Colorado. I guess they're like slowly expanding from the West. And he's like, if only somebody talked about this on the show. I was like, I did. I've talked about it for 3 weeks.
But yeah, and then he said we were slacking on putting them out as a podcast.
Right. He's
I was
like,
that's because we haven't done it.
I don't count the YouTube videos. If it's not on podcast, it doesn't count. I was like,
we used to have this joke that would be so like when I guess it was really Joe from the ground up. He used to do a live YouTube thing and a podcast, and we used to say, if I can't get it on Apple Podcast, it's not a podcast.
Right.
You know, so there was always this debate on whether or not video was a podcast. But it can now. Oh, Rob and Creeping the Real is here. All right.
What's up, Rob? Also, I love Bob Evans. Master and apprentice. There were always two, but only two.
Yes. Yeah. Riley is doing wedding things. That's always fun.
Sounds more important than us. So he gets an excuse. He gets a pass.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been kind of slow here. I mean,
slow's good sometimes. No catastrophes, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Going into breeding season, getting ready for that. Lizards are all picking up some new scrub enclosures.
Sweet.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's exciting.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, I'm just settling in with some these geckos. They're turning out to be pretty cool at night when they hunt these big dubia roaches. It's
nice.
Cool.
I don't remember if I mentioned this last time or on a previous show, but I really didn't have love for geckos. And then we got to it in Loafman's herpetology class, and watching his lectures and listening to him nerd out about geckos, it kind of got me a little bit. They're actually pretty freaking cool.
Yeah. I got to be honest too, man. It's never really, I don't know. I kind of always, I mean, they were okay, but you know.
Yeah, I appreciated them like from afar, but now it's almost to a point where I'm like, yeah, it would be kind of cool to have like a naturalistic Exoterra with some little dudes running around like live planted. And I'm like, no, bad. Stop it.
Yeah, man.
You have Ackies. You don't need more legs.
Oh, Joan just picked up a Brisbane from same clutches I have. I guess that's from
Brandon.
Yeah, very cool. All right.
Very nice.
Yeah, the Bristles. Oh, I gotta share this picture real quick because you know, we're talking about coastal carpets and talk about a naturalistic enclosure setup. Check this out. Let's see.
Oh, I can see now. Glasses. Magic.
Look at that.
Holy crap.
Isn't that cool?
That's beautiful. Wow. Nice use of background there.
Yeah.
The sticks perfectly match the art.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, what are we looking at? What's the animal there?
Coastal carpets.
It's a coastal. Okay.
Yeah. It's in a zoo in Australia. I'm not sure which zoo.
Oh, okay.
I think it might be like a reptile park type zoo thing.
It's pretty dark. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how thick that one is coming down the branch, man.
It's like bread-like girth right there.
Yeah, man. That's a big boy.
Yeah.
But
that's
neat. I thought about that, and you know, most people are doing like the rock enclosures, but I've been talking to Phil Wolf from Snakes and Stogies, which, by the way, episode 100 this coming Monday, which is pretty cool for
Nice.
those guys. So
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing, but they're going to do something important or
Something with
special.
cigars,
Yeah.
probably.
But he does
Congrats
this
to
for
them.
his he does this for his cobras, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I guess if you get it, like you get a nice high quality picture, you know, it'd probably be pretty cool.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
But
be I think you've mentioned this before. What would be really cool is if it's a picture that you took like in Australia, somewhere you found like your water python or something,
oh
and then you like replicated it
yeah.
in the enclosure to match the foreground. That would be sweet.
So what I'm trying to do, it's funny you say that because I was trying to do where was it? 2018. So many trips. What the heck?
Not a bad problem.
Yeah. I want to do this. So when we went out herping with Scott Iper, this is where we found the coastal carpet, and I think that would be pretty cool.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Beautiful.
yep.
I had the itch to be outside today, but it's like zero visibility fog, like the sun never happened today. I don't know. It's a weird weather day here, so I stayed inside.
So I think probably too why I'm having such a so yeah, this I don't know, long-term COVID, whatever the hell
Right.
it's called, man, it just kills me. But today I woke yesterday, Monday, I felt great. Tuesday, I felt shitty. Wednesday, I felt great. Yesterday, I felt great. It was 70 degrees. And today I wake up and it's like 20, 28.
Oh, shit. That's abrupt.
Wait, what? Like, holy crap, man.
50-degree temperature fluctuation.
Yeah. Yeah. Riley was talking about shipping stuff, but like, I got to
Yeah,
send stuff
no.
to you, send stuff to whatever. And I'm just like, that's
We might
probably
be
not
waiting at this
happening until
point.
after the holiday.
Which is all good. I'm kind of, yeah, I'm starting to shut it down. I think I did my last shipment on Wednesday, and I don't think it's going to be wise to try to sneak anything else out of here till spring.
Nah, especially with so especially with the holidays and all and the
Yeah.
everything being behind. So I got a question for you. So you're shipping
All right.
snakes, right? So
I'm
me and
shipping
Rob had this
snakes.
discussion the other day. Do you use a heat pack? And if you use a heat
Okay.
pack, you punch a hole in the box.
Okay, so well, I took over for shipping for East Bay for work. So I've been shipping a lot of animals, not just the Bristles that I've been selling, but all the online orders for the vivarium. So the last couple months, I've had to really fast track learning how to do that. For like, oh God, how do I ship a tortoise? Like, do I put it in a pillowcase? Like,
Oh wow, okay.
yeah,
I didn't even think
it's
about that.
random things like that, like
Mm-hmm.
spiders, shipping tarantulas, not fun. For me, Riley would love it, but no, thank you. So I definitely, the first thing I always do is check out, where they're at and look at their local weather. Once we agree on a day and whatnot, if it's a species that seems like it would be wise to have a heating pack for, I'll do it. I don't like to do it in the smaller boxes though. I'll upsize the box a little bit to get a heat pack in there.
Right.
Nothing giant, but like I don't want to heat pack in like a 6x6, that's like that's crazy.
Right.
And then I always have been putting little ventilation holes in the boxes. I always do. Is that not good?
Well, it's like I'm gonna butcher this for Rob does a better explanation for this, but like he's not really a proponent of heat packs.
Okay.
And
in general or in shipping?
Just in shipping, right? Okay. I tend to agree with him. Reptiles seem to do worse from excessive heat rather than excessive cold.
Totally fair.
Yeah. So he's like, he shipped a bread lie to me in November, probably like right around now, same type of weather, no heat pack, but no hole in the box. And I know he's going to be taking notes about, hopefully I'm saying it right. But
we
we were
gotta have him
talking.
on.
Yeah, I know, 100%. But we were talking about when you put a hole in the box, you sort of compromise the insulation, right?
Mhm.
Because it's like
Sure. Yeah. You're punching a hole in the
sort
foam.
of putting a hole in your door or something, and like, why is it so
Yeah.
cold in here?
Yeah.
Um,
It's true.
so I
And I
sort of
wouldn't think
moved
that you
away from
could.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and cardboard and styrofoam blocks probably aren't airtight enough for something to suffocate, like, it's probably not necessary in terms of oxygen.
Right.
Um,
And snakes don't really respirate the same way that mammals do, right? They're
mhm.
not like.
Yeah, I mean, probably a slower rate, right?
Right.
Is
I
kinda
think
what we're
isn't
saying.
isn't the hole used so that there is oxygen coming in if you're using a heat pack, so that because I think the heat pack sort of takes up the oxygen,
Mm.
right?
That might be true. I'm not 100% sure how those suckers work. It
Yeah.
could be though, because they have to be exposed to air to warm up.
Right.
So something like that. But yeah, when I do use them, it's like if I'm shipping somewhere where it's getting like into the 40s or below, and
Right.
maybe freezing at night.
Right.
Um, I'll do, which it's questionable to ship in a condition like that in the first place, but
Right.
it's not completely my call at
Right.
work. Like
Sure.
maybe
Yeah.
I wouldn't send a Brettles, but maybe the vivarium's like, do it.
Yeah.
Um,
Right. Well, it's
uh,
different when it's somebody else's snakes or reptiles,
for
right?
sure, for
So,
sure. Yeah, I
yeah.
just work here.
Yeah.
And but I always do like a pretty hefty layer of like newspaper or whatever packing material between the animal and the heat pack. Cause like,
Uh-huh.
you tape it to the foam or whatever, most of the time it falls off. But I want it to not fall onto the animal. I want there to be a buffer so that the animal's never like up against that thing.
Oh,
Um,
okay. So you're putting it on the top.
Typically, yeah,
Yeah.
with like a solid layer of
Gotcha.
mush so that it can't come in contact with the deli cup. Yeah.
Gotcha. I would put it on the side.
Okay.
That's where I usually, well, not like, so if I do a 6x9, I'm putting it on the 6-inch part
Mhm. Gotcha.
rather than 9. But
Yeah. And of course it's those little heat packs that are supposedly for shipping reptiles that,
yeah.
they're a little spotty, but they're not supposed to get
Sure.
too hot.
Right.
But to your point, I mean, definitely heat can kill a lot quicker than cold. Um,
Yeah.
Somebody told the story. I forget who it was. It might have been Nick, but somebody had Brettles shipped and they basically froze and then came back to life when they thawed. So it's like, you know, if you boil it, it's dead. If you freeze it, it still has a chance.
I want to say, well, yeah, yeah, right. If I want to say that the first lesser ball python was when Ralph Davis bought that for like some crazy amount of money. I think he got it and it was almost frozen. And
Yeah.
God, man, whew, that must have been like as much as like that time in herpetoculture where you're sort of just like spending $100,000 to somebody in Africa that you've never heard of, or I don't know, man. It just
Yeah.
screams like you're gonna get taken. It's like
Yeah.
halfway around the world, somebody's sort of convincing you to buy something sight unseen that
Oh no, I couldn't do it.
and then you got to worry about if it's even genetic, like, you know what I mean? It might not
Right.
even be genetic. Wow.
100%.
Those guys were
It's a
ballers.
gamble. It's a gamble. Yeah. I had I traded some babies with Casey Cannon a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was
Oh,
only a
cool.
week ago. I don't remember. But yeah, I sent him one of the Hypo stripes and he sent me one of the Hypo stonewashed um that he produced this year. And
Nice.
he shipped that to me from Georgia with no
Yeah,
heat pack, and it arrived pretty cold, but you put the thing on the heat and it came back to life and all is
right.
well. So
Life is good.
life is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's pretty neat. Those are really pretty snakes.
Hypo stonewash.
Full blood hypo stonewashed. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So as red as they get.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun to watch it grow. I think it's only had its first shed, and they really color up around that third or fourth shed.
Right.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Red eye are weird, man. When they come out, they're like so ugly.
Yeah, I know. I've been having such a fun time with that. Like morph market inquiries, like why yours not red? I was like, well, you see,
Clearly you haven't done any research.
yeah.
Next.
But some people think it's like a marketing ploy. They don't believe you if you're like, no, it's an ontogenetic color change. Like they get redder as they age. They're like, yeah, I bet. I
Right.
swear, like these are the parents.
Right. It was always the struggle at the show. Like when we did Tinley Park a couple times, you would have like, I remember, we were at Carpet Row and everybody had like these killer carpets. Like carpet python people are like, oh my God, I can't believe it's this and then, blah, blah, blah. But
brown snake.
when you look at it, they're like, yeah, well, it just kind of looks like I don't know. Even children's python looks better than this. Like, what the heck's going on here?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, as far as carpets go, like Brittles aren't even the ugliest one when they're born.
No,
some of them even worse.
Coastals, man.
Yeah. Some jungles.
That's a rough sale. And jungles too, right?
Yeah, well, you don't have all that yellow yet.
Well, yeah, jungles are probably the one because everybody's looking for that, yellow and black snake.
Right. And they're like, what the heck? Yours suck. Like
speaking of jungles. Yeah, we're gonna share.
Speaking of the love bugs.
Yeah. So hopefully. You pick these jungles up from, let's see,
from a buddy, from a friend.
Where's it at?
I sent it to you on Facebook.
Oh, here we go. I guess I got it.
Not in the group chat. Just the two of us. Yeah. Eric and Lucas talking snakes.
I guess I gotta download them.
Oh, darn. Sorry. Well, in the meantime, I'll tell the story.
Tell the story.
Yeah, an old coworker of mine that also used to work at the vivarium, she picked up she picked up a trio actually of highlighter line jungles in 2018, I want to say. I remember when she got them, she was really excited. She was showing me pictures. She was like, I got these jungles. And they were, from a really beautiful pairing. And, down the road, a few years later now, she's actually looking to rehome them because life happens,
Sure.
Stuff happens. And she contacted me and I jumped on it. She takes really good care of her stuff. So you always love that. And they're just freaking gorgeous. So we're throwing up the picture now. I know highlighter line has its lineage question marks in terms of quote being pure or whatever, but when it comes to jungles, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Personally, like I care about purity broadly, but are jungles even a thing? How much do we really want to care about that?
Right.
So I don't know. It's a beautiful snake. So yeah, and they've been locking up like crazy for like a month now.
Yeah, I said I wasn't gonna get no more carpets, but then I saw these and like, yeah, man, these are just like they're just amazing jungle carpets.
They're so vibrant. The female has a lot of that like diamond python-esque rosettes on the sides, and I freaking love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They blow me away. And they're sitting on top of a fully yellow lid in that picture, and they still look yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I like. So this is
that's the
male.
male.
That's the male. Okay.
He's got cleaner banding, but a little bit less vibrant yellow.
Yeah, because if you look at, I don't know which one this one is, but that yellow just, I don't know if that's the light.
That's the girl.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, sunlight never hurts, but no editing or anything like that. She does look like that. It's pretty wild. Yeah.
That's an awesome
I don't know.
snake, man.
They've
been locking up like crazy?
They've been locking up like crazy. They were locked yesterday. I think I sent the pictures yesterday in our chat because Yeah, I was seeing it a lot, and then I didn't see it for a couple weeks. I separated them. There it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Separated them, gave them a little time. The female was hiding a lot, so I was like, yeah, maybe she's already working on something. But I messed with her and palpated a little bit, and I didn't really feel anything in terms of follicles or firmness on that back half. So I don't know,
Right.
but I tossed him back in there yesterday. Like I said, the weather's pretty low pressurey. It's
Mhm.
drizzling. They seem to respond pretty well to that pair in particular. So toss them together and they found each other just fine. So there's still hope.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's
That'd be
neat.
nice if you get some out of there. I'm sure that would
Yeah.
be killer.
I've just been in terms of cycling, because like for the Brittles, I had to very intentionally cool them, like as in every night move them into bins and find a place in my apartment where they would get cold. So it's kind of it's kind of nice to just be able to like set the night drop on the time on the thermostat
Yes.
and not have to do anything. Like the heat just turns off. It just stops. It's good.
Right.
My room is cold enough. It just turn the panel off at night.
How many nights did you have to move the bread
I
line?
did that for 2 months.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm. The
60
f
days. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I did a 3-month cool down, so, like, the first month was the gradual cool down to about 70 at night, but that was just all in their enclosures, just, slowly turning the herb stats down, and then 2 months in the, like, deep cooling, if you will, where I was putting them in bins, putting them next to the window in the living room, and getting them into the 40s and 50s.
Right.
Um,
Wow.
yeah.
That's crazy.
And I'll have to do that again. Well, I
Are
don't
you
have
breeding
to,
them
but
again this year?
yes,
Yeah.
I need to
Oh, that's right. You
get more data for my
yeah,
thesis.
forgot.
If we're actually going to publish, the sample size has to be significant. Um, Otherwise, it's just kind of, just another anecdotal thing. So,
Right. What
yeah,
makes how big of a sample size do you have to make it significant? Is there a specific number you have to hit
I
or
think that statisticians can deduce that,
Mhm.
but I am not a statistician. So
Oh,
Zach will
okay.
Zach will tell me.
We
Yeah,
refer to the master.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Fair enough.
He has definitely said what numbers he's aiming for, and I can't remember off the top of my head now. We were supposed to have a meeting, but I forgot.
Oh, okay.
I need to talk to him. Anyway, yeah, I mean, the main thing for me right now is I need more maternal data. Obviously, that's the harder data to come by,
Right.
and I've been working together with Nick on this a lot, but because this is his livelihood, he's not able to do maternal all the time because then he needs to give girls, years off, which
Right.
affects his primary income. So,
Right. Sure.
hey, if anybody out there is listening and planning on breeding Brettles and wants to do maternal, I can send you some data loggers and some instructions. So, if you want to be part of a study, let me know.
Yeah.
That would be
Very cool.
helpful.
Now, let me ask this question. When you
Yeah.
have other people that do that,
Mhm.
is does it make the results questionable because they're not sort of in the same parameters or
Well, so ideally we would all follow the same protocols. That's where it gets tricky and why
right.
it's hard.
Right.
Nick and I standardized our conditions, which was really easy because I learned how to do it from him. So I did what he did anyway. And so, we were already on the same wavelength of like
Right.
our protocol.
Right.
But to incorporate data from other folks, they would need to follow that protocol to try and
Gotcha.
standardize. You're going to have variation, based on where folks are at around the country. That
Sure.
in itself is still going to be interesting because you'll see, when different things ovulated, when different things laid, et cetera, based on location around the country. But yeah, it is a little tricky. And if we don't get enough data to like actually go for publication in a legitimate journal, it's still not for nothing. We'll still write something up, but
Sure.
that's the goal. That's the goal.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like those guys have been busy colubrid and colubroid radio.
Yeah.
I know they contacted me the other day and they're like, "Oh, we're still here, Eric. Don't worry."
I know. And a couple weeks ago I saw that colubrid and colubroid was like the highest ranked podcasts on the network in terms of streams for
Yeah.
Apple Pods. And I
Yeah.
sent that to Zach. He had no idea. He was like, holy crap, So I know he really wants to be doing it and he's really excited. But yeah, definitely busy season for him. He's trying to wrap up the
book, right?
Dipsatted book. Yep.
Yeah,
everybody's talking about the carpet book. Zach's wrapping up a book of his own too. I think 2 books because he separated his like false water cobra dipsatted stuff from the hognose stuff.
Oh wow. Okay.
So he's a busy man. And then we're also coming up on the last couple weeks of the semester here. So I hope he's grading my tests. Somebody needs to do it.
Yeah, I think they're doing they're gonna record 2 shows next week and
nice.
Have some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Christopher Sexton might go MI with his coastal. Do it, man. Do it.
Great.
I don't know if you've done it, but you should do it.
I really like it.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah, it's cool. It's definitely it's something you should see for sure.
Yeah.
So,
although in my extremely anecdotal 1 year 2 clutch evidence here,
right?
My AI clutch of hypo stripes ate better and was bigger than my clutch. But that's just 2 clutches, so it means nothing. But it's just like it's kind of a funny like slap in the face by the universe. It's like everybody sees the opposite. Now you try to go prove that, and we're gonna give you what you don't want. It's like
right, 100%. As soon as you say it's X, it becomes Y.
Yes, 100%. So again, I'm not saying that that's significant in any way, but it's just kind of humorous.
Oh, this is his first shot of carpets. Yeah, man. Do it in your first clutch. I did it. That's how I did it, man. Just go right for it. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. Just do it.
I listened to Eric and it was fun.
Yeah. Just go for it.
If the jungle lays, I might let her do it too.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Cool. Yeah.
Shoot.
Oh, we got I don't know if this is Phil or is this. That's got to be Phil, I guess. Bacardi and cola.
Let us know.
Do it. It's got to be Phil.
I like
Venomous
Bacardi.
Etiquette. Etiquette. Why don't I want to say etiquette? Because everybody's
that long
quitting.
COVID.
Yeah.
Everybody's quitting. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh,
get into that.
Holy shit. Etiquette videos. Yes. And they have a Nipper and this is pretty cool. So Nipper and Phil have a podcast coming out real soon, I suppose, but with a focus on Venomous. And why am I drawing a total blank on the name of the podcast? Like I'm telling you, man, my memory is shit. It's shit.
Well, I love hearing Nipper speak, so that'll be another one to add to the list. I don't really care what he talks about, as long as he's saying words.
Right. Just keep speaking to me.
Yes.
Help me out here, Phil. What's the name of it again? It's not Venomous
Exchange.
Etiquette.
Venomous Exchange Radio. Venom Exchange.
There you go. That's it.
Tight.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Really cool. Yeah. I love just speaking of venomous stuff, I've definitely been spending a lot of time when I have breaks at work, just like going and watching the Diamondbacks that we have in the back. It's so cool to see them up close, like on a regular basis. I don't work with them. Hell no. But I love looking at them.
Yeah. Do you have to be you only certain people can work with them in the shop?
In terms of the insurance, it's just the owner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess
it would be very expensive for the insurance if he let employees touch them.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think they're going to. Cool. I think they're going to. I think it's going to be bi-weekly. They're going to be doing a show, so that'll be cool because those guys are like venomous.
Yeah.
Gurus, like the Nick Button and Justin Julander of Venomous,
Absolutely. Yeah. No, and it'll be fun too because Phil can actually like go find rattlesnakes and just make Nipper really upset.
Yeah.
That can be the whole show. It's just like, I found a timber the other day. No.
We're well, I can put this out. Well, we had so each I think I was sort of talking about this somewhat on maybe the last NPR. I can't remember. Anyway, um, I can feel my like face just getting super congested. So if I sound weird, that's I can just feel it like right here. Anyway, um, Phil, Nipper, and myself are going to be working on a Australian, mostly Australian gecko type podcast. So that'll
Awesome.
be cool.
That'll be awesome. I
Yeah,
will actually listen to it now. A few weeks
yeah,
ago, I probably would have been like, "Oh, great, great,
yeah.
that's great."
Well, it's funny, like with Phil in particular, I think because he does because of his he's known from Herpetoculture Network, and I know when him and Justin are doing Snakes and Stogies, it's they talk a lot about Venomous, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I think a lot of people associate him with Venomous, but like
right.
he's like a gecko guy, which I guess he's like an everything guy, kind of like us all, but
Sure.
like he does like a lot of like knobtails and stuff. And like it's so weird. When we were in Texas with him, I was talking to him and I was like, it's like you have two different reptile lives, man. You have like this venomous reptile life where everybody in this group knows you as the venomous guy, but then you also have this gecko thing,
Right.
where you're,
It's
it's
what we're gonna be saying about you in a couple of years when you're, like, also
yeah.
running Varanid monitor radio on the side, or I guess
Yeah.
Odatria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're breeding, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's
Oops.
crazy. It's
Babies
I
having babies?
yeah, yeah. Well, they're big now. My Ackies are probably like that,
Okay.
maybe that
Like,
that big.
what do we got, like 7 inches snout to tail?
Yeah, probably something like that. Yep.
Right on.
Nah, maybe closer to 8, 9.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
they sure might be.
yeah.
Aren't they supposed to breed during the summer?
I don't know, man. They're just like they kind of disappeared, and then like the female, I don't see all that often, and then I would see her out a lot, and she's sort of like digging like crazy all over the
Wow.
place. So
Well,
I
if
don't
if
know.
you're not, like, purposefully cooling them, maybe they're just, saying,
Yeah.
"Fuck it."
Yeah. Well, it does. So this is in the diamond room. I do
Right.
have like a heating pad on them to sort of keep them warm, outside of that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to change that. The
Mhm.
diamonds are gonna go out into the other room, and this will become the yeah. Once they start, that's what I heard, Rob. Once they start, they don't stop. It's just like babies making machine. Just like eggs, eggs, eggs,
Yeah,
eggs.
that's kinda what we had at work with the pair
Really?
that birthed the little one I brought home. Yeah. I think they
Yeah.
laid 3 times during the summer.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
How many eggs? 2, 3?
I'm not 100% sure. I think the first clutch was smaller, and the second clutch
Right,
was the biggest, and the last clutch was small again. So
right.
I don't remember the exact numbers, but yeah,
Gotcha.
a fair number of babies. Yeah,
How are you liking them so
I
far?
love them.
Yeah.
The little one doesn't love me, but we're working on it.
Right.
Um, yeah, but the
You
big one
know,
is like the most friendly lizard that I have ever met,
right.
and it's
Um,
so fun.
a lot of like it doesn't I mean it's not really focused on Ackies, but if you watch some of Nerd's videos
Hmm,
on how he acclimates the
right.
lizard. Like the one thing in his video, he's talking about how he like puts them way up in the air because they like to look like down on you or
Mhm.
whatever. It gives them a sense of security. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
I don't, personally know very much about that world, but I've definitely heard from people that are monitor people that like, whatever you think of Kevin McCurley, like he knows his stuff
Yeah,
with
yeah,
training monitors. And
yeah,
yeah, it's fascinating because you're working with an animal that is legitimately intelligent and probably knows who you are compared to the person next to you. And so there's
yes,
just like there's so much more room for, you know, relationship there, if you will, like for
yeah.
lack of a better term, like what you do actually matters.
More like a pet type of thing of what
Yeah, or
would be
like
a typical pet rather
it's gonna
than
respond to what you're putting out more than other things. At least that's my interpretation.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they know, yeah, between the Kims and the Ackies, like I come down here usually on Monday or Tuesdays, and I'm working on editing podcasts and stuff for the week, and they
Mhm.
just sort of sit and watch me, and it's
Yeah.
it's
That's
just cool,
awesome.
man. I
Well,
watch them.
it seems like the Kims by nature seem pretty confident because my friend who's watching over our trio at the moment, he sends me videos and pictures all the time. They're just out. They're just
Yeah,
out staring at him. My baby Aki hides all the time. It's like,
yeah. It was weird with the
yeah.
Ackies. It took a good month or so before, and
Mhm.
even then, like I would come up on the like they would be out basking, and then as soon as you would come anywhere close to the cage, they'd just take off,
Yeah.
and hide. Whereas like the Kims are like, "Do you got a pinky? Like, what do you got? What do you
Yeah.
got?" You know?
For sure. I can't wait to get one of those over here when they're a
Oh,
little
dude,
bigger.
yeah, you'll love them.
He
They're my
offered, he's
favorite.
like, if you want the kids for a weekends, I'll like
You
bring
got
the
that.
cage over. I was like, I might take you up on that,
Yeah.
but I miss
Bo-
them.
Bob's here wanting some Varanus
Mm,
pilbarensis. Yes.
beautiful.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the
What do you think of
Centralian
the
Varanus.
Centralian? Yeah. What do you think of Tristis? Are you a Tristis fan? The black
Um,
head monitor?
yeah, I like them. I think if I was I think if I'm gonna get another monitor, it's gonna be I'm sort of torn, right? I'm sort of torn between Pilbarensis is one, right? But they're kind of hard to find. And I
Mhm.
think the thing with Pilbarensis is like back when they were in the US, they were kind of thought to be one thing. They were kind of bred together,
Mm.
and they're now two
Sounds
separate
familiar.
things. Yeah. Yep. um,
Yeah.
so, I guess, and I think according to Rob's had them quite a bit, and he was saying that as they're not as cool as the Kims. So,
Okay. Yeah.
um, but yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know if you can beat Kim's.
No, man, no. I definitely think they are they're just cool, man. They're just
Yeah.
badass.
I think a day or two ago Mike posted hatching out another clutch of Kim's. They're,
Yes.
they're looking really good. So folks that are looking for them, you know where to
Yeah,
go.
dude just crushes it, man. He's like the
Yeah.
monitor whisperer.
I love
Yeah.
that guy.
So do I.
Yeah.
Lord of Pillsbury is not as cool, granted.
Yes.
Lord of the Kimberly. Owen McIntyre. Oh, good stuff.
That
Yeah.
man.
What are we gonna do with him?
Well, nothing because he doesn't show up.
Yeah, that's true. And I know he's not doing anything tonight. I don't know why he's like, you only get me once a week. That's all
Yeah,
I
it's
do.
part of the mystique.
Yeah, 100%. Um,
That
but
bastard.
I'm drawing a blank on the other. Hold on, I gotta look it up because
Blue Tree.
Blue Tree monitors.
Is that what you want?
No,
Oh.
no, I don't. I really kind of just dig the Adatria stuff.
Yeah.
I just really kind of like that.
Me too, man.
Why am I drawing a blank on it? I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on them.
It's not Kim. It's not Aki. It's not Pilbara. It's not Tristis.
I'm pulling it up because Mike will
Is
have
it
it.
what Mr. Stevens says? Gillenai? Gillenai?
Gil and I, yes, that's it.
Stevens!
Oh,
Strikes
Alan
again.
Stillman. Kingorum. Yeah, they're cool too. How do I like keeping Odora? Oh, yeah, they're cool little geckos too, man.
What is that one? Pardon my ignorance. Oh, we lost him. Uh-oh. Now we're really in trouble. I don't know what to do. Somebody in the chat say something. Oh, okay, there he is. Good.
I swipe left or something, and it just like, okay, you're
I was
gonna.
like, what kind of gecko is that? And he exploded. The
That's it.
computer just broke.
They kind of. I think I can probably share. Hold on, let me see.
I was lost without you, master.
Let's see. They kind of look like this. I got them
Ooh.
from Dustin.
It's a Phelsuma?
Gecko sphere. Yeah. But they're cool. Cool,
Not
cool, cool.
Phelsuma. They just did hashtag Phelsuma for no reason.
Yeah, no, these are
Dura Monellus.
oh shit. You know how bad I am with the scientific names.
It says it over there. I
Molasses.
just okay. Yeah. That's
So.
neat. I've been kind of liking the Lychees.
Just Lychees?
Yeah, they're kind of cool.
Just the mention of geckos made Eric disappear. The baby is
Oh, sweet. Yeah, Alex got a Bristles. I'm super glad to hear he's doing great.
Oh, cool.
Of course, Alex is the one that we communicated just with emojis, you know, snake, arrow, airplane, $, question mark, and it all worked out. So he got a hypo posset stripe, I think.
Oh,
66% posset stripe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Nice. Congrats.
Centralian babies all over the world.
Yeah. Do you have a lot from the clutch left still, or?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 20. Wait, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Like 35. Yeah. I got a lot. But I'm waiting for third sheds before I decide which of the hypo stripes count as hypo, because it's a bastard polygenic and they won't all be beautiful. Well, they'll all be beautiful, but they won't all be hypo.
Right.
So yeah, I have to hold a few back to be informed with what I sell them as, but yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I don't miss that shit when I used to sell morphs and stuff where it's like, what is this? I have no idea.
I mean, it's usually not that damn hard, but the fact that Bristles hypo is
that's
the weird 4 or 5 allele polygenic probably, so like some will be nice and some won't be, it just complicates it because you don't want to misrepresent animals.
Right. It's almost like you want to make sure that if you're going to not misrepresent them on purpose, but if you screw up, you want to screw up on the positive end to where they thought they were getting something and it turned out to be nicer rather than the opposite.
Yeah, the ones that to my eye are clearly more black than their siblings, I probably won't advertise as hypos, but they probably will have better color than stuff that didn't come from 50% hypo parents, and that'll just be a nice bonus for people. So
right,
you gotta kind of just be responsible with that. It's tricky enough to start saying like 50% hypo, 75% hypo. It's gonna get really convoluted really fast. So it's gonna take a little bit of an honor system from folks to make sure that you're actually selling hypos, not just things from hypo parents that aren't hypo.
Right.
Yeah.
It's sort of like the tiger thing, but at least with the tiger thing, you can tell if it's striped or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
That's
like,
the other confounding factor is that they're all born brown. You have to wait.
Yes.
To see which ones really color up for you.
Yeah.
100%. So a tricky thing, a little bit of a tricky thing, but so worth it. The ones that are clearly hypo are freaking stunning, man. Like the one female hypo stripe that I'm not letting go anywhere is insane.
Is there any tips that Nick has given you as far as like picking out holdbacks, as far, something that you could look for you, so you could sort of like maybe see it and say,
well,
oh, okay, well, that's good.
Right. At this point, I haven't actually sent Nick babies at this point. So I actually picked out what I deemed like the nicest 2.2. So we both got a pair of holdbacks. But in terms of what to look for in this particular clutch, it's pretty straightforward. It's just, which ones have the most hypo influence, the least black, the brightest reds and oranges, and then what stripes are the cleanest. And it wasn't too hard to pick those out. Even just with 2 sheds, it
Really?
became pretty clear. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's not like a year or 2 years
Yeah.
later that you wait
That
to
being
find them.
said, maybe down the line, I'll maybe they will surprise me. Maybe some of the ones that are looking really good now in a year are not looking as good as some of the other ones. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm just best guessing with what I see at the time.
Can you get a hypo from one hypo parent?
Yeah, so that you would have a clutch of 50% hypos, but within that clutch of 50% hypos, some would be more hypo than others. Some would look as good as the hypo parent in terms of odds, and some would look like there's not a drop of hypo in them. And that is the case with hypo stripe stuff, because in order to get the hypo line, which is its own distinct thing, into the Lazic stock genetic stripe, you had to mix
Right.
pure hypo with no hypo, because stripe did not exist in that separate hypo line. But we just got really lucky, and Stonewash did.
Yes. Which is crazy.
Which is insane. Yeah. That means
what are the odds of that?
It means that wherever the hypo stock founders came from in the McDonald Ranges, Alice Springs, whatever the hell, have a common ancestor with wherever the Lazic stock came from. And they both carried that Stonewash het somewhere in, or like predetermining. I don't know genetics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they had to be related somehow.
Right. Yeah. It's wild too, because like if you see a lot of pictures of wild Redley,
they're totally different.
They look hypo. You know what I mean? It's
exactly.
Like, wow, it's like holy shit.
I was just talking about that with this guy Michael that was hitting me up for Brittles. Really cool dude, builds enclosures. Like he's gonna do this decked out naturalistic thing for his snake. So I'm really excited to get one to him. But his whole thing was like, I want one that looks like the wild specimens. He's like, I used to live in Australia. Like I want what looks like the wild, and you guys as normals like don't always look like the wild. And I was like, exactly. 50% hypo looks more like the wild ones than normal ones for some reason, because of that color. I don't know if it's the UV index or something with the, who knows, but whatever we have here does not look the same.
And I wonder, I would be curious if that whole range of where they're from, if they change within that range,
certainly it could be the case.
Man, how cool would it be to see freaking, I could just see like walking down like an empty used to be a river, like a riverbed, and it's all dried up, and you just
seasonal water
down.
course.
Yeah. You see those white gum tree looking things where all the bark is ripped off, and there it is up in the tree, just resting right there.
I can't wait for the day that happens, because it's gonna happen. If we go to Australia, we need to go to Brittles country.
So it's funny, right? Because we haven't been to Australia since 2019. Typically Rob, well, he does when it comes to the US, Rob is full on, he does all the work and putting together everything. But when it comes to Australia, he does the work, but we sort of pick each other, we talk to each other about like, what do you want to see, where you want to go, what's the species, that kind of thing. So I've started taking that on myself, and Alice Springs is the one that I'm like looking at the road maps and looking where on iNaturalist they've been found, and
and we know, like what Phil just said here, Casey Cannon found one that looks like straight up hypo. We could ask him where that was.
yeah, you got those too, where you can sort of ask. But yeah, that would be just so cool to see.
Can I come?
Sure, man. Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
I think Loafman wants to come too. He mentioned it. So
really?
We can get the whole NPR crew going. Yeah, he's never been. He's done a lot of South America trips, but he's never been to Australia.
He doesn't really strike me as an Australia type of guy. I don't know why. Probably because
I
know him more of like
false water cobra man, crayfish man. Yeah, no, he I think he would love to go.
In fact, hell yeah,
told
man.
Me he would love to go.
I don't care who you are. I don't care what kind of reptiles you're into. Everybody's got to stop fooling themselves that like all these other places outside of the, I mean, you got a couple different factors. One, it's the whole Steve Irwin factor, right? I mean, most of us that are, got into reptiles in the 2000s were definitely influenced by Steve Irwin in some way or another.
Even as
right?
small children.
Right. You can say what you want about him and what he did and how he did it and all that stuff, but you can't change the fact that he influenced people to appreciate reptiles.
Yes.
And then the fact that they have they have all the pythons, all the cool ones, I mean, there are some outside of Australia, but
yeah, take that, Apodora.
yeah, but if you go to I guess New Guinea, New Guinea's it's basically Australia 2.0, right?
Build some glaciers back up. They're the same landmass. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll be back.
We'll roll with that.
But if you go to Africa, there's what, 4 species. You got 2 African rock species, and you got the ball python, and then you got the Angolan. But Fuscus to the face.
To the face. I'm in. Don't threaten me with a good time, Mr. Wolf.
Yeah. Yes, Fuscus to the face.
That's a great alliteration. No, I agree. Shoot, I was gonna say something. Happy Steve Irwin Day from a few days ago. That just reminded me.
Oh, very cool. Yeah,
we should honor him.
100%. Yeah, I mean, like I said, say what you will, but here you go, Fuscus to the face, right there, my friend. Fog Dam.
It's beautiful.
That was so cool, man.
They're so underrated.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Another species that I would love to add someday.
Yeah.
Specifically the Australian ones, though. Sorry, New Guinea.
Queenslands or Fog Dams?
I'd be happy either way.
Either way, okay.
Yeah.
Nipper has Fog Dams. I think I want to say Nick has all 3. I'm sure
I think that's right. Yeah, it sounds like him.
Yeah. But oh yeah.
Nice. Look at all this.
Oh wow. There's a close up of the
man.
Yeah.
Look at the belly.
Yeah, man. So badass. And it's crazy. Then you look at that one, and then there's this python.
Behemoth.
Yeah.
This colossal specimen.
That was a cool snake.
Yeah.
But
it's a big snake.
Yeah. We thought it was an olive python, but
so
Queensland
cool.
For the win. Yes, I have Queenslands.
All right.
That's the ones I have. They're pretty cool. But I hope Phil wasn't saying that he just got a Fuscus to the face like as he was cleaning or something.
Well,
yeah.
It wouldn't be the worst thing.
Yeah, right.
Still got Fuscus.
Yeah, but there's I mean, I know Nipper used to bust my stones, but he's come around because now he's an Australian gecko nut, man, which is just nuts. It's just crazy. Like, what happened to you, Nipper?
I love watching these evolutions. Like, it's all happening so fast too. I've only been in the little NPR chat for like a year at this point, and everybody's made so much personal growth. It's wonderful.
Well, I think it's awesome because I think people are actually finally keeping what they love, what they're jazzed about, rather than what somebody says that they should keep. It
definitely seems like at least that culture is getting a lot of air, pumped into it, and I think that's great. That should be what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, he's talking about when Irwin got bit in the face. I know exactly what you're talking about. He was
when I think of oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. When he was on the news and it just
yeah.
Right.
Was that on like a late night show or something?
I think so.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, that was good. I always think of, there was one kind of cornball episode where he and Terry like pulled a blackhead out of the top of like a eucalyptus tree.
Yes. That was Journey to the Red Center. Yes.
Yes. Which is awesome. But did somebody put that up there?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, probably.
Yeah.
Was that somebody's pet? Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. We don't want to believe that it's, but I mean, back in the 2000s, though, we were just like, woo, blackhead,
Yeah, for
like, I
sure. No,
can't
I
believe I'm,
still was like, woo, blackhead.
yeah,
I say that every day when I wake up. It's like,
I'll bet.
yeah.
How are the Westerns doing?
They're the
Settled in
coolest.
good?
They're so cool.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. Yeah. No, they're in my living room in that big animal plastics cage I was able to snag
Oh,
at
nice.
work,
Right.
which like was the greatest luck of my life. And it came, all the bells and whistles, LEDs, everything. It's just, yeah, it's sweet.
Man, all your lights are green, my friend. All your lights are green lights, man.
Good thing. Yeah. I mean, knock on all the wood around me, but I've
Yeah.
definitely been very fortunate recently in the reptile side of things. So, no, they're doing good. I actually just repaired them this morning after having them separated for a little bit. They were kind of, not really super interested in each other after that initial, locking and stuff that I was seeing during the big storm.
Right.
And they have been coiled up together all day today. I don't know if they're actually locking up, but they're certainly showing more interest than they were before. So I'm just going to keep it going.
That's awesome.
See what happens. I mean, even if they don't breed, it's still just like the highlight of every day for me to walk out and see them. they're the coolest freaking snakes. And
there's just something about those Westerns, man, that just pop to me. They
these
just pop.
two specifically too, I see like a slightly different, I don't really know how to put it into words, but their head structure looks a little bit different to me than my Easterns.
Really?
Like I know that the Barkers wrote about differences in scale counts from Easterns and Westerns. That's
Right.
that's something tangible that you can count. That's a difference in physiology. But the eye, specifically, like the scale right above the eye and the eye region just looks a little bit different on these two Westerns from Dan than my other blackheads. I, I might just be seeing things, but it's interesting. It certainly is interesting, and they're both very, very inquisitive. Like, typical blackheads in that they're confident, they're pretty fearless. If I open the door, they just, come on right out and say what's up.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. People tease me because I think blackheads are smart, and then people send me pictures of like blackheads trying to eat themselves and stuff like that. But Riley just did that. He's like, yeah, smart snakes. But in my experience, I don't know. They're very clued in, and there's just something different.
I would agree. I would tend to agree. I've only had one blackhead, but I could see a difference between them and the other snakes that I kept.
Yeah, I mean, maybe more intelligent isn't the right way to say it, but it's something different in terms of that inherent, like, personality, if you will, disposition.
Yeah. For a while, I thought it was maybe they're more colubrid-esque as opposed
that's
to
fair.
python-esque, So I thought like maybe my observations were they're not acting like a python, so it seemed different to me. But
that's true. They are more colubrid-like.
Yeah.
I mean, even in terms of being the lowest efficiency python in terms of food, that's more colubrid-like.
Right.
So
are you feeding them smaller meals more often, or what's your approach with those guys?
I'm feeding them smaller meals, mostly birds, and not more often.
Okay. Gotcha.
Sparse.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's I think that's the way to go. I think the rat thing is when everybody was feeding them. But you know what's weird?
Yeah.
The guys in Australia, they feed the shit out of them with like, we gave them 6 large rats, mate. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, and there are very successful people here in the States that think it's a little bit overblown, Jason Hood being one of them.
Right.
In terms of the obesity thing, he's like, if you're breeding, you're gonna have to feed them rats. Like, don't get freaked out by that. So there's the jury is definitely still out. I just feel like I want to approach it from the more conservative side of intake. And then if for some reason I think that appears to not be the best way, then it's much easier to ramp it up than to ramp it back down. And I'll just, keep adding a few more in until I see what I want to be seeing.
Right.
But I'd rather be starting from here.
Right.
Audio listeners, I'm putting my hands near the floor, and then, slowly ramp it up if I need to, then overfeed the crap out of it. Oops, I
Right.
was wrong. It's dead. Now I'm screwed.
Right.
Worst case scenario, if I need to feed more, is maybe the snake doesn't produce. Maybe it has slugs, smaller clutches, didn't have the nutrients it needed. I can give it more nutrients. It's not dead.
Right.
And
Right.
it's probably going to live longer because I haven't been taxing its system. So anyway.
Yeah. I think Justin's trying to breed his right now.
He's been
So
at it for a while. His are beautiful
yeah, they
Lazic
are.
Westerns.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I was on his what about those last year. I messaged him a few times, and I know he got like an ovulation shed or what he thought to be one, and things were looking to go in the right direction, but they're just tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin has so many things that I want.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's just like, oh,
I'll
at
trade
least
him.
I know where to get it from.
Yeah, I'll trade him kidneys for AAR line inlands and his Western blackheads.
Yeah, his inlands are nice, man. He
Oh,
makes
yeah.
some really nice inlands.
I'd love to have a couple more of those here. I love the ones I have from Nick, but some different blood would be pretty neat. I don't have Maug or AAR. I have the Schofield Outcross.
Schofield, yeah.
Yeah.
They're the trickier ones to breed. I don't know why, but apparently, supposedly, they're mine should probably go next year. I probably could breed them next year, but the Maug ones hopefully will go this year. So,
sweet. Well, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of those. Big fan of those. Super underrated. Speaking of inlands, I decided that tonight for our wild carpet python.
Oh, we got a treat.
Yes. I have this inland carpet that is from Windora in Queensland.
Nice.
Look at this beauty. Look at that red.
Wow. Yeah.
Look at that.
See, we don't quite have that kind of red in our captain stock.
No, definitely not.
That's stunning.
But
still get your blue tones through, but and look how well catered that pigment is to the substrate around it.
Yes, 100%. I often think about this when I'm putting together ideas for a naturalistic enclosure, to sort of like think about the color of the snake and trying to match it to either the background or the substrate. I think would be would be a nice touch, but
it's a great point.
Yeah, I don't know. I would, and I think this is the same. It's from the same area, but it is a different snake.
Okay.
But even still, look at that red, man.
Okay, I like that one better.
Yeah, right?
That is insane.
I'm telling you, man, they're so underrated. I mean, obviously, what we have in the US doesn't look like this, but
no.
You could probably pull that out. Maybe.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
But good Lord. And I mean that stripe there on exactly. You're pointing it out right when I'm trying to say it. That's just nuts.
Like, holy hell. Railroad
Absolutely
tracks.
Nuts. Yeah. Just the perfect rust red. It's not, at least in this picture, we know how hard it is to photograph inlands, but it's not like overwhelmingly blue, but the silver is still so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
That's a beauty, and they aren't even. Yeah, I know.
And kind of. Wait, don't make it go away yet. Kind of neat too. Is like last time we said, look, that red portion's the exact same color as the ground. Well, this time the silver's the exact same color as the ground.
Isn't that wild? Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I love that head stamp. Yeah, it's a cool snake.
They always have neat triangles.
Yes. Yeah. Darren. So Darren was saying that.
What's up, Darren?
That's a beauty, but there aren't even many like that in Australia in captivity like that. So I'm curious, like, is there a lot of like locality type inland stuff, or is that sort of not really a thing? Everybody's worried about silver peppers, or what's the deal?
No. It's cool, but I would
Yeah.
rather have what you just showed me than
Yes,
silver
100%.
pepper.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, so that's they're from Wendora. So when I
Okay.
looked up, just to give people an idea of where that is, it is so here we go. So it's Rockhampton, and you got,
South to
Gold Coast
Brisbane.
is right here,
Yep.
Brisbane, all that area, and then they're right here.
Okay. A bit inland,
Right,
kind of southwest Queensland a little bit.
right. I think they're right. I think that's right above where South Australia comes into play. So,
Yeah. Very cool.
but yep,
Very, very cool. On the satellite, you get a little strip of green there too, which kind of,
of course.
kind of adds up.
That's
Surrounded
where.
by red desert.
Yep. Yeah. The gamma range ones that come from Simon Stone, but not many people have kept them pure for some ungodly reason.
Damn.
Oh, how could you guys? Oh,
Well,
dear,
I don't know.
dear.
I don't know if we have a leg to stand on with that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
As Americans.
Yeah. Well, we were trying to make things look like a gammon range carpet where they
Okay,
actually
fair
have
enough.
gammon range carpets, right?
Fair. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Gammon
beautiful,
range.
man.
Ooh.
Yeah. I know I
Yeah.
kind of was saying like collection closed. But if that inland was available to me, I might make a little bit of an adjustment to that statement.
Bob, he nailed it. They're weak, just like us. We're all weak.
Everybody just wants to play mad scientist in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, see, that's worse.
Oh, most breeders these days are focusing on putting inlands with Darwin albinos. Okay. Well, I could okay.
Inland Darwin albino Brettles jag.
Inland albinos are pretty cool looking. But I don't know if I would sacrifice the gammon range part of it for that. I probably, even if it was in the States, I wouldn't do that. No, I know I wouldn't do that. What have we done to captive carpets that don't look like their wild counterparts?
Well,
yeah. Well, morphs, my friend.
Morphs, line breeding,
Yeah.
artificial selection.
I think that like a lot of people really weren't. I mean, it's probably changed a bit now, but when I was just getting into carpets were sort of like the ugly python of the group because
How dare they?
yeah. In an attempt to have a high percentage inland albino. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I totally get why people do it, but you know, I would be a hypocrite if I said, because I've read things like that. But I think I've always stood by the line that inlands were where I wouldn't cross, right? Because I inherited jungles and coastals being screwed up together. I've inherited Darwin's coastals, jungles, diamonds, all bred to, whatever. But like inlands came, and when they came in, again, it was kind of like the rough scale, but they don't get the same mystique as the rough scale python does,
Right.
But like, I remember just having, thinking I was going to have a Darwin carpet, and like when I was trying to buy a Darwin carpet, all you really could get was albino, and I was like, screw that, just give me hets. I just want the thing. So if it turned out that Terry Phillip was breeding unrelated, not het albino Darwin carpets.
Nice.
Those goddamn things are evil. They're straight up evil.
I've heard this. Yes.
But I love it. I love it. But they didn't catch on like I thought they would, and inlands didn't catch on like I thought they would. But we'll change that. No
exactly.
worries.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. I mean, the story has definitely not been told for inlands. There's more to come with that. Yeah. Darwin's I can't speak to. I haven't kept them. But man, inland should be the go-to when somebody wants a pet carpet python. They should be
100%. Yeah. I think there's not a lot of people breeding them.
Right.
I think is one. I think that I don't know why. Probably because they fall to that same thing of the babies kind of being kind of drab and ugly, I
Yeah.
guess, to a certain extent. And yeah, so
But that being said, I mean, the people that are producing them are pretty much perennially sold out. I mean, it's hard to get one, like you're saying. So I
yeah,
think people are wise to it, at least in our little corner of the world. But
right.
yeah, I mean, hopefully more folks can start making more of them. You know, I certainly hope to, but I'm a few years out. Yeah.
Come on, man. How can you not love a Darwin carpet? Look at
They
that
are
beauty.
beautiful.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a nice snake. Um,
Yeah.
so what's Darren saying? I have two breeders quite close to where I live who have pure gammon
Oh,
range
wow.
animals. Ooh, that's nice. You gonna
Very
get some,
nice.
Darren? I will give
Darren,
you
get some for us.
buckets of money. First, you have to make it legal to ship, and I will send you buckets of money.
Whole bucket. Ah,
What exanic genes so bad in my pop ones? There's nothing wrong with that, Jason, because they're straight up pop ones that you can get the exanics from. You know,
for
that's
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm not poo-pooing morphs at all. Um, I just don't know if I would cross stuff anymore. But who knows? It might be all, listen to taxonomy episode and
Yes. Your coastal jungles might indeed be pure.
yes. How dare
And
you?
Brittles diamonds may not be that weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I will give you a little bit of advance warning that the
Okay.
exanic gene in the Popwins, they are straight up evil. I don't know what it is about that gene and that species. Who knows what it will be, but wow.
Alex says, when are we going to be able to get captive bred carpets from Australia? Well, Alex, make it happen because I'm freaking ready, man. So you need
Say
to
the
be the
word.
change that you want to see in the world.
That's right. I keep hoping that before it's going to be like when I sell all my snakes, Australia is going to be like, we're making it legal to export.
And suddenly
Um,
Eric had 10 Owen Pellies and was back in the hobby.
right. I think I don't know. I this is just pure probably hope, speculation. But I think that if the reptile hobby continues to grow in Australia, I just don't and I think if you have younger people phasing out the older people in government and things like that, you know, I was listening to Peter Birch on the Australian Herpetoculture podcast. And no, Owen didn't sex them for me, but he's coming back. So I'm sorry, man.
Owen.
I have not forgotten you, but um, but I hope that somebody like him, I know, some of the people that are in herpetoculture over there, I, I, I don't know if they would ship stuff in, but I don't see why they wouldn't ship stuff out, you know. But
Right. Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of they don't want us to have it. They just don't want us to have it.
Yeah.
So, but
Meh.
one day,
Well, yeah, and there's those little workarounds. Maybe I just need to get my zoo science master's degree here and then go work at
oh,
an AZA zoo, become reptile guy,
right,
and say, I know what I want for the reptile house. It's on the
right,
list. It's
right.
on the list.
Check.
Yeah, I don't know. That's probably more of a pipe dream than us starting the NPR Serpentarium. So
Yeah. Yeah. Sean Carroll's jungles are probably some of the nicest jungles that I've seen ever in the world. He has some of the nicest stuff, like holy shit. The
Oh,
females
cool.
from Australia
Very cool.
2.2 and Australia reptile. Oh, and
Owen
Pellies.
Pellies.
Okay.
Second female's ready to lay. Awesome. Awesome.
Nice.
Love to see that.
Yeah, I'm very jealous of Darren and his Owen Pelly and his beautiful cage, and he just gets to sit there and chill and watch the Owen Pelly do its thing.
Well, you've still seen one more than the majority of the human race, so.
Yes. Well, 3. I've seen 3.
Excuse me.
I saw the captive born one from Gavin. He brought
right. That's right.
the wild one, and then the one from Crocosaurus Cove.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of my coworkers at East Bay didn't even know what that was, so I was educating on
Really
the Owen Pelly last week and showing them pictures. Everyone was just mind blown. They're like, "What? It's huge! It's big children's python."
Yes. Yes. Such a cool snake.
Yeah.
Such a cool snake.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
We'll go there too. Don't worry.
Okay,
we know exactly where to go
on
to
a helicopter, right?
Python. No, to go where we went, you don't need a helicopter, but to find the Ruffy, yes, you probably.
Oh yeah, we have to. Owen won't go if we don't do that.
Yeah,
be like, screw you, I'm staying home.
I really want to screw with him and tell him like when he's getting married, like, yo, sorry, bro, can't go to your wedding. I'm going to Australia.
Where you going? You'd find one if you went without him.
Oh hell yeah!
If we go with him, our odds are automatically 3 times lower.
Oh, him and Rough Scales, man. What a love-hate relationship that he has with that species.
Well, he loves them, but the hate is from the universe.
Yes. We're going to see if you really love these. It's a test. It's a test.
Yeah, he's passing that test so far.
Yeah.
I feel, super lucky to have a pair of them. If I end up producing them a few years from now, I'm just going to send him the whole clutch. Do as you will.
I have the female, but I lost the male.
Right. Yeah.
Which is a bummer.
Sucks,
but that's all right. That's all right. I give some Owen to shoot for that he can give me a male. So
there you go. You know some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm running out of steam. I can barely breathe, man. I'm holding it together, but
that's not good, especially on an activity where you talk nonstop for hours.
Correct. Yeah. So I don't know. You got anything else you want to hit on?
I don't. I don't think so. But it's always just the best time talking to you, my friend.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah.
Glad we carved out the hour.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it'd probably be me and you going forward for a while. I get the feeling
for sure
it's going to be me and you. So
that's fine. Whoever wants to pop in, they can pop in. We'll just keep it going.
Heck yeah.
Let's do it with Zach. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Let's line it up.
I'll call him up.
All right. Yeah. You can talk to him about how carpet pythons are like rat snakes.
Yes. Yes, we absolutely could.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'd be a lot of good conversation there, but yeah, no, I mean, we'll keep this train on the tracks. We'll keep it going.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Maybe I'll even buy a different brand of coffee next week so that I can.
Yeah, come on, man. Get
out of the Pete's hole.
Yeah, it's been Pete's for months.
It's always on sale.
Oh, there you go.
They roasted 15 minutes from my apartment.
Well, you can't get any better. I mean, that's I'm with you there. I get it. I see. Being a coffee snob as of recent. So
yes.
Fresher it is to the roast time, the better the drink.
It does make a difference.
It does.
I had a coworker at the environmental consulting company who roasted her own beans. So she would buy the bulk like burlap sacks of raw beans and roast her own and like just have like the freshest coffee possible without growing your own coffee bush.
Wow.
I never got to try it, but I imagine it's incredible.
I think the only coffee I wouldn't drink, maybe I would try just to try it, is the
poopy one.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if I was drinking it with Nick, because I would imagine that would be something that he would do. You know what I mean? He's just like that kind of guy. Like, what the hell, man? It doesn't matter. If you're here, you try it. This is what you do.
Yeah. For those who have no idea what we're talking about, there's a variety of coffee that like the whole thing is that some small mammal eats the coffee fruit and then poops out the beans and then you roast that.
Yes.
So it's very special.
That's I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll leave it there. That's the perfect place to end it.
100%.
Yes.
Um,
In a pile of shit.
yeah. Let's see. So I told everybody Monday coming up, Snakes and Stogies, 100 episodes. So go over there.
Yes.
We'll be hanging out. I'll be over there hanging out with those guys. Celebrate their 100. I don't know what they're going to do, but that's a pretty cool milestone to do.
Absolutely.
We're on 44. We got a ways to go, but no worries, man. No worries.
I'm surprised we're on 44.
Yeah,
That's kind of that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. What's NPR on now? Like 860?
Yeah, I don't even know. Something like that. Oh, wait, somebody says that they drank it. Wait.
Who did?
I bet it sounds where did I see that? Oh, Alex. He said it tastes the same.
Oh. Alex, you're a madman.
Go, Alex. All right.
Yes.
Got a cool bread lie. Now he's drinking
poop
shit
juice.
coffee. Okay, fair enough. All right.
You get
like
the
it.
Carpets and Coffee Award of the Week, Alex.
I like this.
Congratulations. It's redeemable at the gift store.
Right. An NPR THP Fight Club. What
Didn't
would
that
we
happen?
fight about? Yeah, we did that. What would we fight
I
about?
wasn't there, but you guys did something.
Yeah, we did it in Texas. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. That's
the thing. I really want to fight, but I can't think of a theme.
Yeah, I can't either. And I'm going to go on there and probably have to fight the opposite side of what I would fight. You know what I mean? It would be
just
like,
let Chuck do the coin flip and guess the opposite, and then
be good to
you
go?
can do whatever you want.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Sorry, Chuck.
It's getting laughable.
Yeah. Yeah. The guy breeds Halmahera scrub pythons, but he can't win a coin flip. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with the world. But yeah, on NPR, we have some cool episodes lined up. I'm pretty excited to. I stumbled upon this guy on social media. I think I actually it was on Instagram that I came across him, but it was what the heck is his name? Oh, it's because it's on Instagram. So I'll pull up my notes real quick. Just so.
Was it Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
No.
Yeah. Damn.
Try again.
Nicolas Cage.
So his name is his name is Clay Emerton. And he's from Tampa Snakes, and he really focuses on diamond pythons. And he has some interesting ways of keeping them. And some of the cages he has is sort of like these. I guess I could probably share it to show you guys real quick before we jump off. But it's hold on. Maybe not. Why does this always do this to me?
Something's wrong with the world. You were just saying it. It's just proving it again.
There it is. Okay, wait. Let's see. I tried to find it in this.
Hey, there's us.
Yeah. In this mess of stuff. There it is.
Wow. Okay, that's neat. Kind of open mesh.
Yeah.
Front.
Different, right?
Yeah. It's
tall.
like a chameleon cage almost.
Yeah. So anyway, we're talking to him, and we're gonna be talking diamond pythons. So I'm excited to do that. Yeah.
Is that going to be a live stream or no?
No.
Okay.
We're gonna record it Sunday, and it'll be Tuesday. So
right on. Can't wait for that.
So that'll be cool. We got. We're also going to be talking to Frank Cola. I'm going to butcher his name. Colasico about Strophuris geckos. So that should be cool.
Nice.
That'll be fun. And he herped Western Australia and found Woma pythons. So
now I'm listening.
Yes. So we'll be talking to him about that. So, and then I think we're supposed to have a couple other shows, and then it's the holiday show. So and then we
Okay.
take off for a couple weeks.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the holiday show.
Yeah, that's always fun. I've already gotten some grievances. So if you have grievances, please send them to info@moreliapythonradio.com and we will read them on the air. So yeah,
Excellent.
should be fun.
I will be bringing my A game this year.
Oh, very good. Very good. Very,
And
very
by
good.
that I
Yeah.
mean I'll be drunker than Riley was last. No, I'm just kidding.
So we're gonna do that show on the 15th or 16th, probably one of those
Sweet.
days of
Right
December.
on.
So a couple weeks.
And breeding season 2 is out now, right? The second part of that? Cool.
Yeah, we did
People can
that.
go
So
check that
if you wanna
out.
check that out. All the guys have been putting out their podcast. Monitor podcast comes tomorrow. I know Reptile Fight Club has been killing it every week.
Yep.
So
Fight Club Friday.
did we do any GTP episodes at all this year? Well, it turns out that we were supposed to talk to Darren about GTPs and his son, but for some reason we never made that happen. But I promise in 2022 we'll have some GTP episodes because it feels like nobody does GTP stuff anymore. So
It's true. They've fallen off the face of the earth.
they've lost their magic.
GTPs are no longer real.
That's right.
They're like unicorns.
Correct. Owen has gotten his wish because he does not like them.
Does he not like the snakes or does he not like the community?
Probably both.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He's
No,
a
yeah, for
hateful man.
sure. We're supposed to do a couple GTP episodes. We're supposed to be in the works, so we'll make that happen. 2022, no worries.
Right on.
And we got some cool stuff coming up for Carpet Cliff Notes, but that's not going to happen until 2022. So we're just going to wait for that. A couple more field herping episodes coming up.
All right.
Yeah. So
Hell
cool
yeah.
stuff.
As always, I still have Bristles for sale. So if you want Bristles, talk to me.
There you go.
Other than that, man, I hope you start to feel better soon.
Yeah, me too.
This is garbage for you. And
yeah,
I'm just so sorry.
Yeah. Okay. If I didn't get vaxxed, I'd probably be dead. That's what we were saying before.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were saying. Yeah, you had those extra antibodies, but they were like, meh.
Yeah.
Maybe you just got really lazy ones.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to go hang out in the foot. You guys deal with this.
Yeah, right on.
Anyway, have a great day.
Yeah, man. If you want to reach out to us, info@moreliapythonradio.com. Check out our website, moreliapythonradio.com, for all the things that you need to know about us. So, yeah. All right.
Excellent.
Very good.
Bye.